Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent. Hi, I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Gov.
Let's shoot this.
Ooh, I feel wet.
Okay.
Royal Match. Play now.
It's interesting. It's our new opening. Thank you.
That stupid king.
That's
Tell
our
me-
new sponsor,
No.
Jones Beach Ocean.
We're not playing Royal Match.
Oh, is that Royal Match?
Yes, it's a stupid king.
I have some breaking news I'd like to, before we start the show. We
Breaking
got
news?
breaking news. But Steve, give me the breaking news sound. Do we have a sound for breaking news? What do we have? Do we have any kind of breaking news sound?
See what I can do. I don't know.
How about this?
Govs Radio. Holy shit.
You're listening
Whoa. That's okay. Can I have a? Can you volume me up on this thing? Let me see.
No.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Hello.
There you go. There you go. That's good breaking news. We have some breaking news here.
Okay.
I'm going to be changing my handle.
Your handle?
Yeah. So I know for many years you've known me as Funny Man Stevie K.
Yes. You will always be funny man, Stevie K.
Not anymore. Oh, there you go. Oh, perfect. I love it. Nice. It is 6:31 and Long Island. We're about 38 degrees. What I'm not going to be known as Funny Man Stevie K anymore.
Now, why is that?
I'll tell you
First
why.
thing before we tell you, you tell me what your new name is your new moniker.
I was inspired for many different reasons, and I'll tell you. I am now the maestro. What do you think?
I don't know.
Third base.
Maestro.
I don't know why I do that. I am. We're the only three that know that joke. I'm sure anybody watching right now is going, why did he say
Anyone
third
who
base?
loves comedy better know what that joke was.
That's true. Oh, look at us.
today.
So I am now going to be
Maestro.
the maestro.
Not the maestro, just
Maestro.
just maestro.
Maestro. So address me as such, please. And I'll tell you why. I'm driving here to the studio.
Yes.
And
Don't tell me you took your hands off the wheel and started conducting.
you'd be close. I was texting, but that's another story. I never really keep my hands on the wheel when I drive.
Oh, sure.
So the radio in my car, you've seen the radio. It's very, it's, touch screen, and it's very glitchy right now.
Glitchy.
So it's not, you touch it, nothing responds. It's a whole thing with the computer. So it's now the radio's on, but it'll go to different stations just automatically.
Very good. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you press scan.
Right, but it's just going. It's almost glitchy, and it's just hitting different stations.
You just press that button. You just press that button.
It's
again,
not responding.
And it'll stop.
No, nothing is responding.
Oh,
I have to take it in, but it stops randomly on 10. I don't want to say because I'm going to ask you what station do you think it was. So I wrote it down. Hold on. Where's my little card here? I had a card. There it is. So it's a classical song, a concerto, if you will. And it was by Hans Rott. Hans Rott, that's with two T's, in case you were wondering, for those of you playing at home. Hans Rott, and it was Symphony No. 1 in E major.
Oh.
Not the other one in E minor. That one's a piece of shit. This one was the real one. This is in E major. Fantastic. And it was by Fritsch and Labenstein. The names are fantastic. Regular music doesn't have artists with those kind of names. Ludwig. There's Ludwig van Huschenbein. Ludwig van Budweiser. Lord Pickle of Jerk. So this is fantastic. So I'm listening to it, and and you know me, I was in orchestra back in the day.
No.
Right, and I liked, I think music today doesn't have enough timpani. It doesn't have enough triangle, and it certainly doesn't have enough cowbell.
No, for shizzle.
I set you up with the cowbell joke, and you did nothing with it.
Well, you just do. What do you do? You should have just done your Chris Walken and just said cowbell. I can't even do it right now.
Do me your best Christopher Walken cowbell. You're in the scene. It's this. Okay, ready? Here we go. Go.
Really work the space. I want to hear more cowbell. I can't.
That's
I'm
pretty
not
good.
in the right voice today.
I need more cowbell. It says working the cowbell. He goes, look, baby, you're gonna want that cowbell. Pull it back, but not too much. I love when he says that. And he goes, all right. He goes, I'm just like you guys, only I make gold records. And when I wake up in the morning,
I put my pants.
He's so funny.
I put my pants on one.
Now, so I'm so I'm listening to this orchestra type of thing.
Fritz.
Right, with this, it's beautiful. And then I put it two and two together. And what movie was up last night in the Golden Globes?
Maestro.
Exactly. So things don't happen in my world by randomness. There's a happenstance.
A happenstance.
There's a certain happenstance that happens.
Is that what
there's
that
a
is?
constellation Orion, if you will. That there's a certain.
Je ne sais quoi.
Thank you. There's an order to my solar system.
A method to your madness.
A butter to my bagel. Speaking of which, pull out. Let's not wait any longer. I know you look starved.
I am.
So
Tony,
yes.
Tony, we came in tonight.
Set it up, Steve.
And there's a box here. It was like Santa came and left some goodies.
By the way, Happy New Year, Tony. I haven't seen you since.
Happy New Year. Yeah, I know, Tony.
Happy New Year, fellas.
New Year.
Happy New Year. How was your New Year's?
It was very good, thanks. How about you?
It was good. Just, quiet families. I know, Steve, you were pretty quiet, right?
Yes, it was very quiet.
It's our new
Dunkin'
sponsor.
Donuts. Now, Tony, what's the story in these Dunkin' Donuts?
I had a guest on my show this morning, and he brought donuts.
Wow.
That's the whole story.
That's a quite. I love the way Tony tells the story. There's a beginning, a middle, and no end.
How to win friends and influence people. Very nice. There you go.
So,
Steve.
well, here's the thing. We were gonna open it before the show, but then I said let's save this for the show. What are you hoping for in there? Because there are Tony donuts in this box, right?
There are donuts in the box. So, yeah, he brought them. We had another show this afternoon where I believe one person took one donut.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. So I believe the rest. Yeah, I believe there's a few donuts
Okay.
left.
Let's see.
What would be a donut that you would eat right now? What is your go-to donut?
Chocolate glazed, I think, especially from Dunkin'. The
Chocolate glazed.
The chocolate
now
glazed
is
donut.
is that like all chocolate or is that
It's all chocolate.
it's all chocolate with the glaze?
Just the glazed donut, but it's all chocolate.
It's all chocolate.
No cream.
No,
or
nothing,
frosting,
nothing. No frosting.
Just the glazed chocolate donut.
Now I don't think you wouldn't eat
Chocolate
you don't
cake.
eat donut.
I might have a powdered donut or something, but other than that, I'm not
Those
really
are
a
always
donut
good.
guy.
The powdered donut.
And if I really, don't, feel guilty,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just get a basic plain, and I, want something with my coffee, I'll just get like an old fashioned donut, which is as plain as plain could be.
It's just a real crumb, plain. It's just
good
nothing.
and it's got a taste to it. It's just it's the plainest of donuts. So, but
Now, would you prefer a Dunkin' over a Boston cream? Krispy Kreme. I'm
Krispy
sorry.
Kreme?
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? I could eat one Krispy Kreme and then I'm done for a while with that.
Okay.
I mean, that's just too like, too over the top.
Now,
It's too.
how good are you? Could you smell the box and tell us what's in there? I'm really building this up.
It
Feels like a telethon.
I'm not the fatty fat you love to make me out to be.
Please, people, this is I take offense to that. You have certain skills.
I do possess a specific set of skills.
What are you, Liam Neeson?
One of them is not smelling donuts and telling you what they are.
Fine. Is there let me see if can you smell anything through the box? Oh, you can. You could definitely see if you can get an aroma and get an idea of what's in there. You could smell something, right?
I do. I definitely smell.
Yes,
You're-
you do. Sorry.
He does. Oh
he
wait, hold
doing?
on. No.
couldn't resist.
I want to
What's he
give.
doing
I'm
here?
giving Tony one.
In your face, sucker!
Sorry, Steve.
Sorry.
I smell.
That's Bugs Bunny.
You set him up. All right.
Fee,
I,
fi, fo.
um,
I smell. Yes, you do, pal.
I definitely detect some just plain glazed donut. A plain glazed donut.
A plain glazed donut. All right, let's see if Steve is right. Steve's from his schnoz. He says there's a plain glazed, and I think he's right. There's 4 donuts in here. There's 4 donuts in here.
Okay.
I want you to if you
Are they all different?
they're 2 are the same, and 2 are different.
2 of these things are same, and the other 2 are different.
Now they're not Munchkins.
Well, I know that because
Do you know
it's in
they
that box.
Dunkin' Donuts had to stop selling Munchkins? It was offensive to the little people population. Did you hear about this?
No.
I didn't hear about it either.
No,
I just
they're
made that.
selling.
I'm sorry.
They're selling munchkins.
Okay,
I know.
I think it.
That was a
was-
good shot there.
Thanks.
Okay, so
I'm more woke than the other person's people.
you're woke.
I'm total wokeness.
You're total woke.
I'm wokeified. Go ahead.
All right. I don't know. Is there frosting on?
yes.
one of these?
One of these has a frosting.
Is it a chocolate kind of frosting?
Yes, it's
perhaps?
a chocolate kind of frosting.
Could it possibly?
This has to be a new game show. Yeah, I'm hosting. This is going to be on NBC. I'm thinking 8 o'clock between Family Feud and the $1,000 Pyramid.
I detect that maybe. Could there be a cream filling inside this donut? Possibly.
Not in this donut, but
Not
in the
in-
other donut, there is a cream filling. Yes.
I'm gonna take a guess. It's just a wild guess. Is there Boston cream in there?
I don't know, but I think that this is a Boston cream. I believe 1 is a Boston cream. Now 2 are your real traditional. They have something inside of them, but it's a real traditional donut. But it is
your run of the mill, Jelly donuts.
2 are jelly donuts. You are
Okay,
correct.
all right.
Now that leaves 1 left, which you were starting to be right. It's frosted with chocolate. Is there anything else on it?
Is there anything else on it?
Yes, there is. There's one more thing on the frosted chocolate frosted donut.
Could it be the red velvet with the white frosting on top?
No, it's sprinkles. This is what I'm talking about. There you go.
All right. Yeah, I believe that's a Boston.
That's a boss.
cream.
That's what I thought.
And 2 jelly donuts.
So wait, let's show the people. So here's our donuts. So we're not lying. There they are in all its majesty. I'll tell you, the shows are getting better in 2024. I didn't think we could top 2023 until I brought out 10 minutes of donut talk. And man, do we deliver.
Credit to you for being able to stretch donut talk
right,
that long.
and this is what I do. This was what makes me great. I can come to a show unprepared, look in here, and find something that takes up half of the show. Now, are you going to have one or you don't think you're going to do it? I don't want to tempt you because it's 2024. It's a new you.
Well, what if I look? I don't do resolutions. I'm not eating more or less. I'm eating the same.
Good.
But I would take one of these if I could get you agitated, like in a Jack LaLanne way.
Well, of course I'll be agitated because what I'll do is I'll take the donut and I'll stuff it in your face. You know how much sugar is in one of those donuts? There's nothing that you could do that could be productive, that can help your day. It's just sugar, white flour. It's killing you. I was like you when I was a boy. I ate sugar and white flour and I tried to kill my brother. And then I saw the other side, and now look at me. Look at me. I haven't had a carb in 22
You've
years.
forgotten the most important part, though.
With an axe.
Well, with the axe, but what else happened to you?
I had boils. Tons of boils.
What did Mother do to you?
Mother used to make me soak on a cheesecloth.
Soaked in.
Soaked in corn syrup. Mother. Welcome to the Jack LaLanne Show. I know you can. Are you with me? I know you are. I wish I had 2 Dalmatians here, or 2 big Great Danes, like he did. 2 Great Danes. He had German Shepherds.
German Shepherds.
Yeah, Happy and the other, and Peppy. Again, those are for you Odd Couple fans. You know, Jeff, our friend Jeff, watched on New Year's Eve. He did the Odd
marathon?
Couple, the Honeymooners, and Twilight Zone had a marathon.
They're all basically on at the same time.
Yeah, I guess he was flipping through.
Yep.
He does.
So
Do
you
you ever
switch
do
it back
those
and
kind of?
forth.
What did you have a? What was your New Year's Eve like? You don't have to tell us.
Twilight Zone was playing.
Did you watch a little bit of that?
Yeah.
Are you a Twilight Zone guy?
I wouldn't sit through a whole marathon if I wasn't trying to.
I'd sit through about 2 or 3 of them, maybe.
Yeah, at a
all,
time,
and
yeah.
there's so many of them that I've seen already, and I like most all of them. They're fantastic.
I never loved Twilight Zone. I don't know why.
As a thespian, I think you should and appreciate
I'll
what a great.
yeah.
Though Rod Serling didn't write all of them, he wrote a few of them, and he's really such a great writer.
I didn't know he wrote them. Rod
He wrote a
Serling?
bunch of them.
Did he?
He wrote and then talk about his other plays. He wrote Requiem for a Heavyweight. He wrote. Here's something I bet you didn't know. He wrote the first draft. He got a credit. He wrote the first draft on Planet of the Apes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes. But they changed it because his version of the Apes world was a little more advanced, which means it would have cost a little more money
I bet.
to build. It was a lot. They
It was
said,
easier
no.
just to put a couple of rubber masks
Let's
on
save some money,
Robert
make
Downey
it
Jr. Not Robert Downey Jr.
Let's make it primitive because we
Robert McDowell.
can't afford building an ape city,
I
But
built this ape city.
but the Statue of Liberty at the end.
Yes.
That stayed. That was Rod Serling's. That was
That was
on
his
Rod
idea
Serling's first
to be
draft.
like that was going to be the.
That was in the first draft.
I like that because that's that pivotal moment when he sees.
Oh my God!
I mean, it's
And
terrible.
Chuck Heston.
Oh my God!
What have you done?
Get you damned. No. So you see, I'm a little offended. You see me in a lot of garb. I'm wearing a lot of Christmas attire here because I haven't seen you guys in a while. I wanted to share some of my Christmas gifts.
Is that so, Tiny Tim?
Thank you. So I have the hat I got from a client. What do you think? Got the hat. It's nice.
One of your online?
Not an online client.
Do you
in
think they'd
person.
say? You think that maybe they'd send you something?
I would think so.
From all over the world, wherever they come.
No.
You know.
So
no, they wouldn't do that.
And
to
then
you.
I got
Look
a
at
scarf.
that, the Christmas scarf.
The Christmas scarf. Now I'm not really a scarf guy, and it hasn't luckily been scarf
it looks
weather.
very good on you.
It's very Hollywood, right?
Here, you might want to here. Just take this.
How do you wear a scarf? You
no,
want to throw it on? Throw it on. Let me see.
I'm good. No, I'm good.
Oh, you're gonna do it
I
tonight?
think it's much better on you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll do this. We'll just.
Oh, I'm already hot. I already feel sweaty. Oh, this is very. I feel very like I should be. I feel like what's that director Farini that drove around in the Corvette.
I saw in Santa Monica, grown men, 68 degrees in Santa Monica, California, wearing a scarf like this because it was 68 degrees.
Now that's not all. If you thought that was all, that's not.
Look at that now. Look
Now
at
I'm
that.
wearing a North Face. I got this from my sister and my niece and family.
Very nice.
It's got a lot of compartments here to put. Maybe I want to keep something right here. Mm-hmm. So that
Yes.
felt nice. And then my nephew, who works for Omicron,
Right.
or he doesn't work for Omicron. They're one of his clients. He's
Right.
a graphic designer.
Right.
He gets me this watch. Now,
Now,
I showed it on the show. I
He
didn't show
showed
you
it to
guys.
me, and I noticed it first. And he said, "Well, I'm not going to tell you
Yeah,
till you
it
go on the
pops,
show."
baby.
You know what I thought that was, Tony? I thought this watch, like one of those Japanese things where you keep you have the pet, the digital pet dog or cat, and you have to feed it. You press the button to feed it and whatever. That's from back in the '90s. What they used to call those things.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. A pet watch that you fed?
No, they had these little things. The digital.
Oh yeah. I remember what you're talking about. Yeah. No, but and what I even love.
I like the
greatest.
colors.
The
It
colors are
pops.
great,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
Velcro. I'm a bit anything Velcro I enjoy.
Velcro is magical.
If my whole life
What
could be
else
put
can that
together
watch
with
do
Velcro,
besides tell time? By the way,
it can do a lot. Oh, it can do a lot. It can corate apple. Zip, zip, zip. See, this is live TV.
better living through television.
If my wife says I'll tell you so, I'm gonna go home and belt it right in the air. So that was the Maestro. Did you happen? Now I'm sweating to death. Can I take the scarf
Yeah,
off?
you can take it
Oh
off.
God.
But you look very thespian-like.
That's
and
what I felt.
Affected, you could walk around doing your thespian
Well,
act.
I felt it was a very, I was really disappointed. We were up, the Steve Squared show again was up for nothing last night. Not an award. And they have even come up with categories that you wouldn't even believe. They keep adding categories to this Golden Globe.
New categories.
Like, best walk in a, syncopated drama with a little humor in it. Like, they're just adding things to give people awards. They just have to give these people awards. They even made up one for Taylor Swift.
Oh, did they?
Yes, they added like a biggest box office draw, something like that. And of course, she,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, she was nominated. Her film was nominated.
her film.
Yep.
It's not a film. First of all, it's not a film. It's her concert.
It's a concert that was filmed.
Do
Woodstock.
you think? Let me get Tony's opinion. Tony's more impartial here. So Taylor Swift, right? So they keep calling it a film. It was in the theaters. They recorded her concert.
Right.
What should that be included in the films?
Well, what was the category?
Let me see. I have it here. Oh, Steve.
I mean, if the category is best concert film,
it was not. It was with regular movies because she was the only one that had that. There wasn't with anything like that. They put her in with movies.
I don't know. I think I'm with Steve. I mean, I'm not really. I disagree with it, but it is technically a film,
Let me see what she was in.
It played in a movie theater.
right?
He made a lot of money for the movie theater.
Eat your donut. Eat that donut before I shove it in your face.
These don't age too well after a few hours,
Oh, is that right?
It's not good.
Yeah, that's right.
Best performance by a male in a intermission bathroom at a movie theater. No, that's not right.
Wow.
I don't see where cinematic and box office achievement. That's where she was. Cinematic and box office achievement. So it was Barbie, of course. Guardians of the Galaxy, John Wick, Mission Impossible, Oppenheimer, Spider-Man.
But do you get
Super
it?
Mario Brothers.
Do you get it? Cinematic and box office.
Yes, that is fine.
Reads
That's
what
fine.
It made a lot of money, so
They want to make
we're
it
not
right. We're not going to
ignore
ignore it. That's fine. You want to invent a category to give her an award, that's fine. But don't put her in. She wasn't in with other movies, so that's fine. If you want to put her in that, whatever. Did you watch any of it?
No. Oh, the Golden Globes? Yeah, I did.
So did you like that Oppenheimer one? Cillian Murphy?
Yes, I like that movie a lot.
It was a good movie. I actually. Did you see Oppenheimer?
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
It was a good movie, right?
Yeah, I thought
it was
really
long,
good.
but it was good.
Yep.
Story of my life. It was good. It was good.
Family's watching.
No, it was okay.
Jennifer Lawrence, best part of the night. Did you see that?
What'd she do?
I missed it.
She was up for whatever she was up for, so they announce her and they have the close-up of her, and she looks right at the camera and she just mouths the words, "If I don't win, I'm leaving." Best part of the whole thing.
You see, that's what the Golden Globes should be all about. Just having a good time and
Right.
saying what the F,
Yeah, but
who
it's
cares?
too. These people are actors, right? And apparently accomplished actors, because they're getting awards and nominated, and yet they can't read a teleprompt. They're sitting there like this. Today we're going to acknowledge people in editing and cinematography. Like, I don't understand. First of all, they don't run through what they're going to say beforehand, and second of all, they can't read a teleprompt. They're like movie stars and actors. They're terrible.
They've been terrible for years,
And
though.
that's what pains me. Stop. And then they write them corny jokes.
They've been terrible
it's
for
just
years. I will tell you something.
Tell me something.
You know who is one of the best teleprompter cue card readers? Phil Hartman.
Okay.
And Wayne Gretzky even said this when he went on SNL.
The great
He said,
one.
Phil Hartman taught me how to read. He tried to help me on how to read cue cards without looking like you're reading cue cards, and that's what he did with most of the hosts, because these actors really don't read cue cards.
I mean, but they're not. It's the teleprompt. They're not reading cue cards. They have the camera right there. The prompter is right there.
Well, look, it could be
terrible.
worse. You could be Marlon Brando.
Oh.
Who had like a thing in his ear, and he had things all over the sets on these plays or movies.
They said what's his face had a lot of trouble too. Ben Stiller's dad, Jerry Stiller.
Yes,
He had a lot of
well,
hard
on
time.
Seinfeld, it was great because he would just go off
And
just,
it was
he would-
good.
and he would improvise.
And King of Queens. It was the same
Yes.
character.
He would improvise, and the Seinfeld outtakes are hysterical. Julia Louis-Dreyfus can't keep a straight face at all.
Wow, you finished that whole donut. Good for you, Steve.
Yeah, that's the only one I'm gonna have.
Did you like it or no?
No,
It was. Now this is what I tell my clients. Was it worth it?
Steve, I gotta be honest with you. It was not worth it.
Okay.
That's
how I
first
make
thing
my
I don't
clients
like.
feel bad.
I don't like donuts with icing like that on there.
Then why'd you have it?
It looks so delicious. It looked like it couldn't never hurt me or harm me.
Yeah, tell that to your small intestine right at about 8:30 tonight. I'm closing this because I fear
No,
you
I'm not
will have
going
another.
near- I'm not going near that, and I don't want to see it.
All right, put it off the set.
I just that one.
It was calling you.
I was hoping it was a glazed donut at least.
So you don't. This. Oh, first of all, let me show. This is a couple of good. Look at this, Steve. Knicks are unbeatable. How you like us now? Look at this and hot shots. They are rolling, baby. Since
How do you
the
feel
trade.
about this trade now?
I'm digging it. They're 4-0 since the trade.
Right.
They're still getting the rotations down, but I like Anatobia. He's a fun guy.
Right.
Great hair.
Right. Great.
Very exciting player. He's got a cool name.
Right.
I miss Quickly. I was a Quickly fan, but
Yeah.
but
Everyone was.
it was getting a little bit of a slosh, and Barrett never really was
Right.
what they hoped.
Right.
So this might be something better. And they look great. They look wonderful.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
So let's see. They're in 4th in the Eastern Conference, top 4 team.
That's good.
And now I see you're donning an Islander cap. We were talking about you. Did you go to a game this year?
I went to a preseason game and I went to a season game.
We're gonna go one, right?
We gotta go.
Well, you're going to take me to one. We're going to go. I have never been to a hockey game, Tony.
Never.
Never been to see a
Never
hockey
to a
game.
hockey
Yeah, that's a sin.
And I want to go. I feel bad I never got to go
I gotta
at the
be honest.
Coliseum because that would have probably been cool.
Yes.
For the people who scream about baseball being so boring, I think hockey is a lot more exciting than football or soccer or as a spectator
Yeah,
sport.
a
Sitting
spectator
there,
sport, yeah.
A lot more fun.
It's got to be hard to call a hockey game as an analyst.
Well, I mean,
I give those guys a lot of credit because
Marv Albert's done it. Howie Rose has done it. I mean,
I like to see Michael Kay do it.
I was just listening. He was in a bad car accident. Him and Jody.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
I guess during the storm the other night.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
even
really
know
bad.
this.
They're all right.
Yeah?
But they their car was smoking, and it was a convertible. He was afraid that
Was he driving a convertible in the winter?
Well,
There's-
I mean, the
there's your
top
problem
was
right
up,
there.
the top was on, but he was afraid the thing was going to turn over, and then not good. But they're all right. I was just listening to it.
Oh. Well, that's good to know.
I figured you would know that because I know you listen to him more than I do.
I did. I haven't listened to that show anymore. I don't listen to that 3 o'clock. I'm too busy. What did you? I guess the plastic nose and cigarette wasn't enough to put Bradley Cooper over the top.
Yeah, he was very good.
I didn't see it, so I can't comment. on it.
I haven't seen
I have
all
no
of it. I
comments.
got to watch it. It's only 2 hours. Also, it's not that long a movie.
I don't know if I could. Nothing has made me want to watch it. I don't know why. And I love biopics.
Right.
I don't know why I don't feel like.
I love the music. I love his music.
Who, Bradley Cooper's or Maestro? Or,
Bernstein. Bernstein.
Bernstein.
I'll tell you, I heard it in the other room. My parents were watching it, and all of a sudden I hear the end credits was something we sang in high school.
Do you want to sing a little for us? Go ahead.
It's all in Hebrew. It'd be embarrassing. I don't know if I could hack. I could do that now.
Well, I don't remember. I don't know any Hebrew. Let's see what else. Killers of the Flower Moon didn't really do well. I didn't see it.
I liked it, but it
Oh, you
was,
did see
but
it?
it was 3.5 hours. I said,
I don't think any of the
Jesus,
Academy sat through that.
You know, I
one.
love like when Scorsese
Hollywood
people
Foreign
will
Press.
complain about why can't we stick a intermission between these. Then, as much as I love Scorsese, he gets a little defensive on that. Well, it is. It's 3.5 freaking hours long. Scorsese, you're 80 years old. People your age have to go to the bathroom.
It's true. Bathroom break.
The prostrate's a little. It's a little large. Little large.
Did you ever hear of Poor Things? That won something. Poor
Yes.
Things. What is that? Mark Ruffalo's in that.
Mark Ruffalo's in it. Emma Stone. You probably should see that.
Well, it sounds a little rom-com-y. Or not rom-com.
It's not-
it
it's
sounds
not rom-com.
Is it like,
It is-
what is it?
Pretty bizarre.
All right, I like bizarre.
I don't know.
I thought it was cute that De Niro and DiCaprio were up for the movie, and they were in the same movie, This Boy's Life, when he was just a kid, and
Right.
now you go full circle, and there they are, right? Pretty interesting.
I know.
And I think they've done stuff in between, because Scorsese uses both of them all the time.
I wonder, were they ever in a movie together besides This Boy's Life? I'll talk to our movie expert.
Let's go to the movie expert. Tony Walker. DiCaprio and De Niro. Anything other than
Offhand.
Offhand.
Yeah, nothing comes to
Yeah,
mind,
I don't
right?
think so either. So
No?
this was,
Oh, this might have been bookends. This might have been a
bookend
bookend thing. Very cute. I like that. I thought they were in Spider-Man together. No?
Missed
Well,
that.
Didn't De Niro play like a no? Well, Meet the Parents was DiCaprio in Meet the Parents 3.
I think he was supposed to be in that.
Oh,
But,
but they went with Ben Stiller.
They went with Stiller.
All right.
Yeah.
Better choice, probably.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Okay, so that was I just look at this. Jim, our friend Jim, gave me this Yankee yearbook because they were moving and they wanted to just unload things. But open it up and look what's inside. Tell me, look at those autographs inside. He didn't just give me a general
the
yearbook.
Centuries team.
Look at that. What do you got there? Whose autograph is that?
We've got Joe Torre.
Joe Torre.
We have Shane Spencer.
That's not worth anything.
Is that who it is? Yeah.
Probably. Was that before or after jail? But there was others. No?
Mike. Is that Yogi Berra?
That's Yogi. He's got Yogi there. I said, can you believe it? Wonder if that's worth anything. Where would I take this to see if it's worth anything? Who would I take this to?
Number 31.
Number 31.
Who's that?
Well, that could be Winfield. Or no, that could be who? No, if the Winfield, they gave 31 to other players because they hated Winfield.
Yeah, I don't. Roger Clemens?
The Rocket.
Scott
Bagel. Scott Bagel was on the Yankees?
No.
Brocious?
Brocious.
Oh, Scott
I was going to say Scott Boris.
You got Scott Boris? How much did Boris charge him for that autograph?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's
right.
200 million
That's
down, and we'll finance the rest over 12 years.
Uh,
That's a few people on there.
yeah, look at that.
So Jim went to a fundraiser, and so he gave this to me. I said, "You don't want it." So now, would this be worth anything? Are autographs worth anything?
Like they're real autographs?
Yes, these
I
are
would
real.
think it's worth something.
These are real autographs. Look, they got real autographs. This
What do you-
is Joe Torre.
I mean, just Yogi Berra alone, I would
Berra?
think. That's my guess.
Wonder what? Who would tell me? Where would I take this?
I mean, you want
The Steiner brothers? No, the Steiners.
maybe. I would maybe look those names online and compare the.
See what?
I'll look online. Before I do that,
Yes.
Killers of the Flower Moon
Yes.
marks the first film De Niro and DiCaprio have starred in together.
Okay.
But they were both in This Boy's Life.
Right.
And they were both in Marvin's Room. I'm not familiar with that.
Marvin's
That
Room?
sounds familiar.
I don't know Marvin's Room. That I don't know.
That does sound familiar.
All right, but now I'm going to eBay to look up Yogi Berra
Okay.
autographs.
Was De Niro in Titanic?
I'm not too sure.
Wasn't he the skipper?
No, he was the professor.
No, I'm thinking of that other movie. What's the other movie where he was with Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Oh, where Cuba Gooding was the one-legged guy?
Yes. And that he was a Navy diver.
Yeah.
That was a great movie. Medal of Honor. Men of Honor.
Men of Honor.
Men of Honor. Very good movie.
Yogi Berra signed autograph, 8x10, $129.
All right.
Another one for $149.
Okay. I bet you if I give this, but it's on a book cover, so it might not be. It's not like under glass, or it's not on a card, so it might not be worth a lot.
Right.
Because it's just on the cover of a yearbook.
So you take it out and you put that
and
in
you
a
put it
frame.
in a frame or something like that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know who. Some of these I can't make out. I don't know. I can't make out any of these names.
No, that's not Mickey Mantle, right?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think
Kind of looks like a Mickey.
It does.
though.
That's what I was looking
Oh,
for.
Mike Stanley.
Mike Stanley. That's right.
Yeah.
Mike Stanley, and that's because this was Mickey couldn't have been a long. This had to be with Shane Spencer. This is in the 2000s already, or late 90s. This is late. This is 98 ish.
When did
I don't think Mickey was.
95 maybe? Something
Is that
like
when Mickey perished? Yeah, this is about 98 ish because he was on the team, and these were the guys from the 98 team, Brocious and those guys.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. A couple of autographs. Are you an autograph guy, or you're not really big on autographs?
I have my fair share of autographs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
95, Mickey died.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, that would have been hard for him to sign that 3 years later.
Indeed.
Who's this one?
I don't know. Who is that, Steve? What does that look like to you?
I think I had problems with that. Let me see.
Yeah, it's hard to. Let me see who this is. What is this? It's got like a giant C. Oh, is that Cecil Fielder? No.
He's not a Yankee, right?
He was a Yankee.
He was a Yankee,
But
yeah.
96. I don't know if he was in 98. Unless this is 96. But Spencer wasn't on the team then. It looks a little Cecil-ish, but
Cecilish.
it looks a little bit, but maybe not.
Not too sure.
Trying to think of any guys on the team with the C letter. I mean, there was Charlie Hayes. That's not Charlie Hayes, is it? No, he was gone by then anyway, by 98. Anyway, that was nice of Jim to give that.
Some nice.
So I thought you might like to put this together for us. I brought this in, and I'm not good at I thought you might like to open that up and just put that together.
So how did you get this, whatever this is?
It was a craft, and I found it, and I thought you might like. I know Steve gets very bored doing this show. It's an hour's a very long time, so I brought Steve in a craft to do to keep him. You keep children busy. You keep kids busy. I gave him a donut. I have to give Steve these things to make him stay till 7:30.
Now I'm afraid to open this because you might want to return this.
No.
To wherever you.
I don't even know where I didn't even buy this. I found it in the closet. I just. Tell me, open it up. Put it together. Let's see if you could put that together.
It's 7. It's after 7 o'clock, and you're making me do this.
You
is
could do
under
this
a
in
lot of pressure.
2
right
minutes. 2 minutes, because you know what it is, right?
I don't know.
Well, that's part of why I'm asking you to put it together. It's our favorite sea animal.
Of course.
Of course. It's our favorite movie. It's a shark. Well, if you can put it together. Look, it's almost, look at that. It's almost all done for you already, Steve. You're talking about 2 minutes.
It's a lot of pieces.
Does he have to sing Baby Shark while he puts it together?
There's a screw in here.
Is there really?
Yes.
Yeah, it needs a screw. It's really complicated here. While you do that, did you hear about this? Dry January?
Yes.
This is dry January.
Dry January.
So dry January means you don't
No
have
alcohol.
It says people who have partied too much during the holiday season abstain from alcohol for January. Doctors say not drinking alcohol for a month has numerous benefits. One of them is getting pulled over for drunk driving. That's a benefit. Spending 12 years in a correctional facility.
What would Jack say? He'd be excited.
Well, Jack
about
wouldn't
this.
mind a little taste of the sacramental wine. And it says dry January may be a time for people to pause and look at how much alcohol they've consumed over the previous year and make more healthier changes. You're not an alcohol drinker. I don't want to get personal, but
No, I'm not. I don't
think
drink at
you
all.
are, right?
No.
Tony, you're so healthy.
Everything Tony
Yeah.
does is
Tony's
correct.
very healthy.
Tony's very correct.
doing the
he just
right
he
things.
does the show correct. He has everything. He's just solid. He's solid. Tony's like your 285, 290 hitter. He makes all the plays at second.
that would be nice.
He turns the double play. He's not in the paper for anything. He's just that solid player you want to sign year after year.
I'll take it.
He comes in, you go, we got nothing to say to you. We're extending your contract.
Yeah, I'll show you this. This magnet that's on the wall here. If I can, yeah, there we go.
Let me see. Is that you with Mookie Wilson?
He was interviewed on this show over the summer.
Did you see this? How'd you get Mookie?
I know some people.
Of course you do.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Now,
Oh, yeah, it was a blast.
how was he?
He seems like
He was awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He does a great, what are those things when you pay for somebody to say happy birthday or something?
Oh,
like that?
cameo.
Yeah, he sings. He's got a great singing voice.
Yes, he writes music, actually.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a wonderful voice. How old is Mookie? Nice.
67 or something like that.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, my gosh. So, dry January. How are you doing so far with dry January? You're not a drinker either, Steve. You
I'm
don't.
trying to think. I've heard.
Did you
I
have a
haven't
drink
had
this
any
year? When was the last time you had a alcoholic beverage? Did you have anything New Year's Eve? Do you have a toast?
I haven't had any alcohol since the Islander game that they won. I had a big giant can of Heineken. That was the last thing I drank.
And when was that game?
There was early December,
Okay.
first week of December, first weekend.
Okay.
Of
So
December.
you're looking at about you're running about a month and a half.
Yeah. I mean, that's
But that was just because
but
of you were
I
at a
don't really-
game,
I
right?
really
You
don't
don't
even.
you don't
it's
even
not
do
like
that.
it's not like I really look for alcohol. Sometimes I think about it. I said, you know what? I've had a rough day. I think I really need a drink, and then I really guess I really don't because I don't.
That's the answer. If you
don't-
need, then there's a problem. If you say I need a drink, I need sugar, I need, then that means you're using it as a crutch. Like, I don't need this energy drink right now.
Of course not.
I just want it.
don't need it.
Right. My body needs it.
Can you stop that any time, Steve? Are you?
Oh, Steve, you're asking me, the human routine machine? I can stop anything. Except for this story. My husband has lived in the Pacific Northwest since 1966. That's 57 years for those of you playing at home.
Great.
We've been married for 25 years. On a recent trip to Kansas, my husband's birth state, he learned that the family cemetery plot has room for one more person. So now he wants his remains buried next to his grandparents. there is no room for me in the family plot. Although there are, thank you, Stephen. Although there are plots available in another section, across the street, down the road, I am not interested in being buried in a state I've never lived in, especially Kansas. I am perturbed that my husband prefers to be buried with these people instead of me. So what I'm thinking of doing is murdering my husband and dragging his remains to a state that I can bury him with next to me after I murder myself and bury myself. Rationally, I know that I'm insane. No, rationally, I know that my annoyance is silly since after I'm dead, I won't know. But geez, there is a cemetery 6 miles from our house. It's very convenient. People can visit. You should always think of other people when you're going to off yourself or bury yourself. Think of other people that have to drive out to see you.
Right?
Think of other people. Am I being unreasonable and other options?
Other people.
So do you hear people think of these things? I mean, you got to be really warped to for that to be a concern on you, like to want to be buried next to people. I mean,
Right, you're all dead. Who cares?
It's over. You're still going to be whining even after you're gone. You still want to be next to your husband, nagging him to death.
Well, right. That's why he doesn't want to be buried with her.
All right. He's like, I've lived with you in the real in this here life. I don't want to be with you in the hereafter.
That's right.
Nagging me, right next to me, knocking on my coffin. Did you lock your coffin? You don't want bugs getting in, you know. That's my, that part of the show is brought to you by our new sponsor, Funeral Cemetery Plots. We bury them and incarcerate.
Pine Lawn you talking about?
Which pine? Oh, no. Is that the place? That's weird. Would you live in a home next to a cemetery? If you had if the home was beautiful, it's a great deal, would you want to have that like in your neighborhood, backyard, or just see that every day?
Yeah, if I'm having a party, everybody can just park right inside.
That's fantastic. Tony
Let
always
me ask
always
you
knows
this
what to
question.
say. Ask me a question.
Would you want to be buried in a pet cemetery?
Oh, no. No, Fred.
I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery.
What is that?
Ramones.
Oh, wow.
Theme song from Pet Cemetery.
Who's got a dog buried at the pet cemetery in Wantua?
Oh, we know this.
Do you? Oh, I figured you would
I
know.
know.
Wait, who has a...
Okay,
Wait,
who is
has it?
buried?
Oh, I do know this. It's a celebrity, right? A famous person?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do they qualify as celebrity?
Well,
Who is it?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If you're a famous person, you're a celebrity. Yes.
Who is it?
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, come on.
Then that gives it away.
No, but well, give me a hint. Here, I'll play the hint machine.
The hint machine.
Okay, it's a dog. That's
famous
buried.
person's a dog?
That's buried. No.
No, I know you said it was a dog. You're giving me the same hint.
This
that it's not a
person.
hint.
This person used his dog in a political speech.
He used his dog in a political speech.
In fact,
Jimmy Carter?
No.
No.
In fact, the name of this the name of the speech now is named after the dog.
Reagan or Bush? No. I'm feeling like it's a president, right?
You're correct. It is a president, but none of the ones you mentioned.
Not Obama. Trump? No.
No, this is going back. This is historical. So this is going back, years and years and years.
Lincoln?
No, not that.
I don't know. Go ahead.
It was Nixon. Checkers, the Checkers speech.
Yes,
Checkers
yes.
is buried
Okay.
at the Wanta.
Now, is Nixon buried there too?
No, he's
Where are the remains of Nixon?
He's in Yorba Linda.
What is that? Yorba Linda.
That's where he grew up.
That's where
Not
you
my Belinda.
Orange
your
County,
Belinda.
California.
Orange County. Steve, you're so good with that.
But that's a Civil War detective?
Yeah, I was looking at this. This is a guy.
Are they missing the Civil War? Like,
Well,
what does that
this guy
mean?
likes to find Civil War things or people. He investigates. Robert Farrell visits the graves of Civil War veterans. And at the Huntington, speaking of which, this show's going really dark. This guy visits the remains of Civil War veterans. That's a good way to spend your time. Jedediah Louisiana died in 1862. Had his head blown off by a musket. Here lies. And why would it be in Huntington? Was the Civil War fought in Huntington?
Well, what does that say? Wait a minute, what?
No, there are probably a lot of marriages that could have constituted as a civil
That year
war.
doesn't look
up
right,
in
right? Because it
Huntington,
says 1850 to 1826.
That's
Why
what
does it go that way?
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
And that wouldn't be Civil War related then.
Right, that's all pre-Civil War.
Unless that's a 1926?
Oh, yes, you're right. It has to be. No, I can't read tombstones. I don't know why.
God. And it's raining
Hey, did you ever
tomorrow.
hear it-
Watch out.
Did you ever hear of this guy, Canadian stunt driver Ken Carter? And he did this. He jumped this huge jump at the in Islip. He holds the record for jumping over 17 stock trucks. This was he did this right in Islip. They don't do things like this anymore.
Take that, Fonzie.
Fonzie or Evil Knievel.
Evil Knievel.
I was watching some interviews with Evil Knievel. I'm getting more into people are trying to bait me because I did the Jack LaLanne book. Now I'm really coaxing on the Evil Knievel story. What do you think? How's that shark coming?
Not good.
You got 13 minutes
very
there.
awkward.
You better hurry. I'm testing Steve's put together skills. Oh, this talks about taking on something new for the new year, and this talking about ballroom dancing. So this is people doing discovering this person's doing ballroom dancing, but there's some other things you could do too. You don't have to just ballroom dance. Learn a foreign language. Do you know any other languages?
No.
Thank you. But you could say no in a few different languages. Learn a cultural dance at the ballroom of Huntington. Save a life.
Save a life.
Maybe
You
you want to
just-
do that this year.
Just go on the lookout for
Save a
somebody who's
life.
about to die.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't do that last year. I'm going to do that this year. That's on my bucket list. I'm going to teeter somebody off a cliff and then save their life. What do you think? You're just going to run around
might
and save
work.
people's lives. That's kind of stupid. Bake like a pro. I guess you could do one of these cooking things. So these are, little things. I guess that's it.
Steve, you could do like a cooking class. Remember, you almost wanted to go for one of those reality shows.
I did go on. I brought food and I waited online and I went to I think it was a Top Chef or one of those. The guy, who's the bald guy?
Tom Colicchio.
No. His mom is a famous chef and he's got his own show. He's got the glasses. He almost looks like the actor.
Lydia?
Yes.
Lydia's son?
Yeah, the son. Yeah, he's got a cooking show and that was a casting call for that. And I made a little. This is stupid. This looks a little stupid to me. You see this here when people do this splash into the icy cold water. See this?
It's good for you.
I just don't. I don't understand that. I
think
get that it's
you
for
would
a
find
cause.
that invigorating.
I get it's for a cause. Well, it's invigorating to give you hypothermia. There's invigorating and then there's stupid.
Jack LaLanne was in the icy waters of the San Francisco Bay.
Right, but there was a purpose.
Pulling ships with his teeth.
Right, but there was a purpose. It was promotion. He was branding. He didn't have Instagram to do this on. So he had to jump like a lunatic into a shark-infested icy water. That was part of his, his aura. What are these people doing? They're not. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
I don't Don't
Who
sign.
are these people?
I don't understand. What are you doing? You want $20? I'll give you $20. You don't have to freeze yourself. But look at all these people. They run into what body of water is this? This is in East Hampton, of course. All these snooty East Hampton people.
Well, they do it in Long Beach too, and
They
do
wanna
it in Coney Island.
They want to feel good about themselves, so they want in and
That's
they
right.
say,
Come on, Judy, it's fun.
right, it's for a cause. Just write your check and stop it. You don't have to jump into the water. You're an idiot.
It's fun, Judy. Come on.
First of all, the waters around Long Island are not fun anymore. They're rough, my friend.
Are they?
They are. The seas were mighty rough that
The
day.
old miss.
The old miss. Old miss. So yeah, it's making a splash. There are different ones if you want to do it. There's still another one, Steve. It's called the Polar Bear Club.
Yes.
And they run into the water for a cause. Because they're stupid. Steve, you got 10 minutes. No pressure. You want another donut to think about it?
No, what's that gonna help me?
What's gonna you want to give up?
No, I'm not.
You think you could do this?
No, I could do this.
All right, 10 minutes. No, now 9. I don't want to pressure you. Wow, it's 72 degrees in the studio. Doesn't feel like that outside. It was, and there's another problem. I want to unleash some problems. Tony, you okay over there? You look busy.
I am busy, but
I'm sorry to
got
interrupt.
You. No, you're cool.
Oh,
No, I'm working.
There was a guy. It was cold yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the rainy day. The day it was raining. It was really that icy rain. It was very cold. Saturday night.
The really wet kind of rain, as Bob Murphy said at a Met game one day. It's the really wet kind of rain.
It's that kind of rain that just stays on you,
The
drenches
really
you.
wet kind of rain. Well,
What other kind is there?
Yeah, what else?
It's the best kind. So it's icy rain, and now you know me. I
do I?
work out through every day. There's no, whether you're sick, that's it. You work out. That's my thing, my
That's
credo. But this guy, I'm driving, and this guy is jogging in shorts. And he's not, it's one thing if he was some 18-year-old kid, cross country, this was a guy in his 50s, maybe even 60. What is the goal? What are you proving? Did he really need to wear shorts? Like tight spandex shorts. It's
hot.
It's hot. It was 36 degrees and it was raining, freezing rain. I don't get it. Does that make sense to you?
No.
Thanks, Tony.
This is terrible.
I want my money back.
First thing, the adhesives don't work on this at all. This
What?
is an old thing. Because
They've said that to me
adhesives-
before. The old thing.
I got some news for you. This is not going to come out nice, and it's not my fault either.
We weren't paying attention to the comments. Sherry,
Sherry, that's
Sherry.
that's my sister.
she knew it was Nixon's dog.
Oh.
It's because
Shout out to my sister.
because Sherry's a teacher.
She's a teacher. She's very smart and she knows trivia.
You come from a family of teachers. Unfortunately, Steve, you didn't learn as much.
What? I take a. You know what? Where's my blood? Hold on. Let me give him something. Now that's not acceptable. I don't have
Wrong.
unacceptable, but let me give you this.
You can't even do it wrong anymore.
I can't even do
It's
it
not
wrong
on there.
anymore.
No.
How about this?
In your face, sucker!
Shot.
That was easy.
How about this? That's what I have to say to you. Tell me I'm not smart. You tell me I'm illiterate. Tell me I can't form a sentence. My sister, no, they are. My brother and sister are both teachers, but I like to think of myself as a teacher. I'm always teaching. You don't
You
have to
are.
have
You know what? You're
as a
absolutely
trainer.
right. You
I'm a
are
personal
teacher.
trainer. I
You know
teach
what?
education
All
and
kidding
fitness and
aside, I'm
nutrition.
sorry about that. You
No,
are a
it's
teacher.
Okay.
You are a great teacher.
Well, you don't have to say that, but I'm always teaching. I think life is. Buddha's a teacher. He doesn't have a classroom. The great Buddha. He could
Yes.
lose a couple of pounds, but he's very,
Why don't you
Nutrition
so
wasn't his thing.
Judgmental towards
the great Buddha.
people like the great Buddha.
Well, I'm just saying, for someone that's so disciplined, he didn't really care too much about his diet. He had so many disciplines, yet closing the fridge was not one of them.
Buddha had a fridge. They had a fridge.
They had a fridge, and they had forks in the medieval times. They had Pepsi in medieval times. There were no forks, but they had Pepsi. Look, dude,
Bro,
I got
a lot of tables.
That's such a great scene. Oh my gosh. My friend is seeing Aubrey Plaza,
Aubrey Plaza.
which
She's
is
off-Broadway?
it's a great
She-
place to go to ice skate. Aubrey Plaza. She's in Danny and the Deep Blue Sea, off Broadway.
Who's with her? I didn't.
I don't know
the
who's
guy.
playing the lead, the male role, but I'm guessing she's the bill right now, the market bill, because I don't even know who's playing Danny. But that's an odd role for her, and an odd show for her to pick, right? She's so that deadpan
Well,
comedy.
She's an odd person.
She is an odd sort.
She is.
Great eyes, though.
Yes.
Love the eyes.
Oh yeah.
And the name is fantastic.
30 Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
That's where they used to do all the great TV shows.
Sure, the 30 Rock was down there.
30 Aubrey Plaza.
30 Aubrey Plaza.
Actually, she was. She was an NBC page.
Was she really?
Yes, she was.
Oh, I love when Steve gives us great trivia. Oh, and I didn't even get to this. Well, I got 5 minutes left. They were the top stories of 2023. And boy, look at they weren't fun stories. If you look at the cover, it's not a lot of fun on that cover.
God.
I'm wondering why it all has to be negative. Like they're showing the top stories. It's the year in review. There's nothing. None of this looks good. Well, there's a hug here, but I don't even know what that is. Do you know what this was?
I'm going to guess it's a soccer game, but other than that, I have no idea.
I'm not sure. But a lot of this looks. Oh, this was the great day of the fog of that. You know
the smog.
The smog, the great smog, the great smog. Now that's got to be a movie. Maybe we should work on that. The Great Smog.
Good times.
What do you think would be a good title for that movie? Long Island Smog. Long Island Smog.
It's very creative.
Thank you.
And the people that brought you dumbbells. Long Island Smog.
That always annoys me because I hate that sell. When they're like, from the producers of this, from the executive of this, like, we know this is crap, but we made something good before. So please come see this crap because we made other crap. You know, like, what are you selling me? I don't like that. Let me see what was great here happened in this year. Nothing. This is all negative. Do you know they had a great special last night about Miracle on the Hudson, that guy that landed the plane in the river? Sully. Yeah, it was. They did it on CNN. It was great. They were talking after all these years that the people get together every year.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and one of the passengers organizes it, and they have like a get-together where they all talk. I think they do a flight or something together. It looked like they were filming it from a plane. Like they get together, they have a drink.
How many years has it been?
Oh, gosh. When did that happen?
Maybe 10?
The Miracle on the Hudson.
I'm thinking 10. I don't know.
Now, I wonder if they gave anybody refunds for that flight. Because you don't want a water landing.
No, you don't.
I used to love what George Carlin would say. The stewardess would say, "Get on the plane." No, thank you. I'll get in the plane.
Right,
it's less windier here.
Oh,
that's wonderful. Look at that.
It doesn't.
That's fantastic.
Don't work. We lost the other fin.
Can I take a picture of that?
The other fin just fell. Wow.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
The sticker.
Oh.
We're going to need Gorilla Glue is what we're going to need.
Next Monday
Yes.
is the 15th anniversary.
That's probably why they were doing the special on it. 15 years. The time goes. It's unbelievable.
January 15, 2009.
Steve, put it to the side so I can see you and the shark. Fantastic. Young fella, will you get out of the picture? That's it. Got it. At 7:28, you nailed the shark. I love it. Is that how it's? You had an extra piece.
No,
you're missing a fin.
No, this fell off.
Oh,
the
okay.
Adhesive,
it's. I understand what you were working with was
go here.
Why? What is that?
You're supposed to hold it like this, so you could talk. I mean, they really.
No, you did a good job.
Where was this made?
Well, I'm going to guess
Oriental,
China.
It says Oriental Trading. I'm not going to even go there. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, you're right.
Am I right?
There it goes.
Made in China.
China.
Made in China. Well, this is of course. Look at the handcrafted work on this. It's not going to be made here. Of course, it's going to be made in China. Look at that. Nice.
There's like people living on in the factories, so they can make these things.
Why don't they make this in America? That's my point. You could easily make a styrofoam shark in the United States of America.
You're absolutely right.
We're exporting in all these jobs. This is a job. Sorry. 7:29. We're going to close out the show. Do you have any final thoughts for our listeners?
Bum, bum.
Chief, it's just bluefish.
I'm going to tell you, this is going to be the best 4th of July ever.
It is.
Best summer ever.
There's a demon that lives beneath the waters.
I got to be honest. You know, next to Jack LaLanne,
Yeah.
I would love the mayor, Larry Vaughn, to come out. And,
Oh, sure. Well, you do a good mayor. You do a great mayor, Larry Vaughn. It is true. We have caught an amphibious, but it's a wonderful day. People are enjoying. You know, Amity means friendly.
I mean, seriously, that could be any Nassau County executive in the last 30 years.
That is true.
It really is.
Right? There's an election coming up.
I was just listening to the county executive the other day, and he sounded just like
Now, who is that?
Mayor Larry Vaughn.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't like to get
We
in
don't wanna
trouble.
get
Yeah, keep it.
we don't
keep
wanna get too
keep it
don't
generic.
wanna
Yeah,
get
we
too
don't. This show is
political.
not about politics. It's really not about anything, to tell you the
peace and
truth.
love. It's about a shark.
It's about a shark, and that's how all great movies start: a styrofoam shark and a dream. On that note, it's 7:31. Tony wants to get home. Do you have another show after us?
No.
I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the color commentary
That was a lot
on
of effort how he just
the-
pressed that button.
What was that movie?
No!
What was that movie where the guy, they were trying to get more out of him, and the color commentary was like a sports movie, and there was a joke. He kept not giving like commentary. He kept giving like one word answers. It was like
That's like Belichick.
oh, he's terrible.
Or even better, not a sports movie, but silent movie, where everything was like a silent movie, but only one actor spoke, and it was Marcel Marceau.
Oh God.
And Mel Brooks says, "Will you do the silent movie with us?" And
Oh, I almost
Marcel Marceau says, "No." And
I almost
that's it.
forgot. I almost forgot 3 of the biggest announcements
What?
before we close the show. First of all, it's Elvis Presley's birthday today.
Yes, it is.
My mom loves the King, so shout out to and my dad. They were both big Elvis fans. Shout out to the King.
Yes.
Who is talking about? He's probably somewhere with the donuts on the in that great blue suede shoes in the sky.
They're gone now because the ghost of Elvis probably just.
In the ghost of the and 2 people passed away. And Steve, this is going to come as maybe very sad to you. Shecky Green
Yes.
and the great your buddy. You met him,
David Soul.
Steve. His encounter.
Yes.
That I had to hear 9 times that story on
It's a
12
great
different.
story.
It is a fantastic.
It's a great
And
story.
I told the story on my show. I said this is great because tonight I could tell you the David Soul story on my radio show, which I did.
And he was in Pet Cemetery. No.
Salem's Lot.
Yes.
Another Stephen King.
There you go.
Very
So
cool.
we tie everything together here. But yes, and Stephen King, the King's birthday, Elvis Presley.
And another story,
Oh.
since we're talking about Shecky Green, which I was reading his
What are we talking about, Shecky Green?
Did you read this about Shecky Green? So they did a Friars Club roast for him. And he walked out of the Friars, his own Friars Club roast.
That's terrible.
Guess which comedian he walked out on?
David Soul?
Now, you gotta understand, the Friars Club roasts, the real ones that aren't televised or whatever, they're filthy.
Yeah.
They're disgusting. Shecky Green was so upset, offended, he walked out of his own.
It's not Don Rickles, is it?
It's not Don Rickles.
Phyllis Diller.
Who offends more? Which comedian offended more people than anyone else? I'd say in the last 30 years.
Kinnison.
Not Kinnison.
A male or female?
Male.
Dice.
Not
No, I
Dice.
can't say Dice offending. He does his own.
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Really?
He walked out
Wow.
on Gilbert. I
That's
said, "Are you
great.
kidding me? What?" And of course, nobody says anything. They don't tell you what the joke was or anything like that. I would love to know what the hell was Shecky Green so freaking offended about.
We'll have to.
in the Friars Club.
Well, that's your homework for the next show. Steve will look that up, and we'll get those answers to you and
If
more.
Gilbert
on-
was live, he probably would have told the joke, and with no problem.
Interesting. So yeah, I almost forgot to make those 3 announcements. Those are breaking news. But anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll check out all the shows on Govs Radio: Tony Show, Knock 'em Dead Comedy.
Thank you.
Lots of plethora of great shows. Of course,
plethora.
a plethora. The Steve Squared we love, and we'll be there next Monday, 6:30. For myself, the Maestro, or Maestro, for the Emster, for the Tonester. I'm trying to give people names. I am your Maestro, and of course, Steve's Foam Shark. Thanks a little. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Tony.
Where do you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow?